etc.
Right. Right.
While you're working on that, Sylvia, hey, God, and one of the things I've been thinking about is for training, it would be really nice to do fire team level training or section level training just while people are in missions.
Yeah.
And it's kind of exciting the way you describe it sometimes, because you have a section or you have a fire team and you've just got a little objective to achieve.
Yeah, a bit like we did with Platoon Up, where you get a realistic platoon-sized objective to clear out.
Right, but sometimes we can't organize a whole platoon for our training. We don't have enough participation. But often there's 12 or 20 players on the server doing stuff. I'm just trying to figure out a mechanism where we could go in and just say, hey, we'd like to be part of this mission, but we're going to do a bit of training. Can you guys just carve out some objectives off while you guys are doing your mission? And then just slow it down a little bit for the fire team or the section that's in there to do a little bit of training.
Yeah, we can get people along with it.
I'm kind of brainstorming right now. I'm trying to figure out a way to broker that or present it so it goes over in a big way.
I already hear the whining. This takes too long.
Well, the point is, you wouldn't even have to be leading. You could just be fire team leader or a section leader.
Right.
Yeah.
Did a
If only people could find the whack rate, which is interesting, we could actually do some pretty fun stuff just by using those, making some more.
I really like torrents.
Last night played a small whack, fucking within the whack. We did a raid on the enemy outpost. We had danger close mortars. We were about 200 meters away from the enemy outpost. It was a platoon. Danger close mortars. Just fucking the entire 10 up. Well, first and second squad were flanking and engaging. Then 5 minutes in, fell back. It's a pretty awesome raid. Yeah.
I heard about that from Falcon. From Falcon last night. Sounded cool.
It was beautiful, man. It was art. If art was a raid, that'd be the fucking Mona Lisa, man.
It's actually the reason I'm doing raids as one of the last things, because basic idea is if you can do a raid successfully, then you can actually do all the stuff I've just been trying to teach you. Because a raid will involve marching, assaulting, and then setting up a defensive position, and then basically getting away from that contact afterwards.
Right.
Only sad that I couldn't get an event rolling for you guys to try it out. Pretty busy in February.
Yeah, I'm actually gone every single weekend this month, basically. So sad, but it's life.
Yeah.
I get the let's see here. Try the Nirvana. I see it. Almost done here.
What unit type is the mark at 066126, the white one?
266. Oh, that's AA mark.
Delete Alliance got hand. Delete the second left one, second black one.
That one.
I don't the lines on the map.
All of them.
No, it's this one, the second black one, right of the red one.
Copy.
Oh. No.
1 sec. There we go.
Alright.
Ah.
Thank you. Full, I guess.
This scribbler works really well, doesn't it?
Alright. So I'm gonna have to do in this operation, tasks to clear that hill of Visota with the tower. I would shift the platoon east to get to a better firing position onto the hill. I'd do at second. I'm gonna have first squad. It's my breaching squad. First squad is the farthest left. Gonna breach the northwestern side of the hill. I'm gonna have the two middle squads support first squads breach, support by fire, and I'm gonna have the most right squad pulling security to the east, making sure no enemies flanking. While Alpha reaches the hill and goes in it, I'm gonna have second squad, which is the right of Alpha, assault it with Alpha. Well, third squad will just give a base of fire. When that hilltop is clear, I'm gonna put in the platoon, push in the platoon on that hill. Once in the hill, I'm gonna have. Mark real quick. Shoot up. Let's pretend the box marker is a squad. All right.
It is.
It is. Oh. Right. Once we are on that hill, I'm gonna have the most right squad watching our eastern south flank. Basically, those two squads to the left will be watching the southwest, and those two squads will be watching the southeast. Wait for company commander's orders to go out on the town. That's pretty much it. Alright, media criticism, my plan. Any criticism?
You know, that squad freeze pretty dumb approaching position.
Approaching position.
You know, like straight line to a freaking hill.
You mean the purple guys?
Yeah.
Actually, I have him as a base of fire. The hill. Yeah, I guess that's pretty fucked up since when you open it. When you have to cross to the hill. Pretty fucked up, but oh well.
Well, I think
Well,
No.
no, but hang on, Soviet, because sometimes if you've got a whole platoon and you're just
Yes.
up against a few guys, you're just up against a section, you can do that. You can, if you win the firefight, if you lay down enough fire, you can run right at them by, bounding up.
Yeah.
especially if that's your base of fire element. I mean, if they're just keeping the enemy's heads down somewhere on that hill, and it's your other squads that are maneuvering on the hill first, they're not going to come over until the enemy is suppressed or dead or both.
Yeah.
Yeah, something else you might want to consider. The squad to the west, basically the red one. That one
Yes.
might come up as soon as the situation is, so to speak, under control, and try to sneak in one of the southernmost buildings on that little town just west of the hill. So they might take control of the road and prevent reinforcements, because those are pretty close.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
One thing would be, if I was the commander in that town and I had artillery, I would make that entire hill probably like 3 pre-registered targets, and I would light it up as soon as I lost radio contact with that squad. Especially if I could see you moving on that hill, I would just have them blast it with everything I had. So, so the only way you can really take that into account is either don't actually stay on the hill after you assault. You could either fall back or jump forward. But if you stay there, you'll probably get be made combat ineffective.
Yeah.
But that's just knowing what assets your enemy has. I mean, they might not have artillery, in which case you don't really have to be afraid.
Actually, they have mortars at the town to the south. Little arrow thing. It's mortars.
Well, in this case, the enemy is a company with mortar support and anti-air. So yeah, so each platoon's gonna die. That's just the way it is. But his assault, what we're just looking for here is his assault plan. Basically, in a real life scenario, yeah, his platoon's gonna die, and they're basically just fucking up the enemy's battle plan. So the enemy spends fire on trying to get him out of that hill because they know this hill is dangerous to him, to them, and then they're actually gonna be pushing in with a fucking company from the east side. That's most likely course of action.
So, either way, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Thank you, God, and I love you too.
At one point, this is just a funny little doctrine thing that some people might hate before even mentioning, but what the hell. There's a thing that we usually do in Danish army that's what's called a roller door. You know those doors you have at a mall that just rolls around.
Yeah.
You can do that as a platoon. I'm just gonna draw lines of fire, basically. So you imagine you have your platoon. Each squad has a line of fire going like this. And then what you do is, instead of always flanking, because it's not always the best idea to flank, and in this case, when you flank, you're actually just risking that you get your platoon exposed to fire from the south, from the town, basically. So what you could do is take one of your middle sections and have him advance. And as he advances, these other elements, they're basically just going to shift their arc of fire.
Hello.
So and then he's going to push up. They're not going to fire him. They're just going to fire past him and still maintain suppression. He's going to get right up the enemy's face. And then from there, he can suppress. Next squad comes up right next to him, up in the enemy's face. And then these two squads comes up and outflanks on either side. You won't do both sides. You would either do left or right. But then you can get up there, flank, and then go into your defensive positions, which were pretty well marked to Soviet. That's right where we put my guys too. And this one should be weapons. That's a W. Everyone can tell that.
Right.
So the southwesternmost squad is weapons. So you can watch down the road and you can lay down 85 machine gun fire on that enemy company there as fast as possible, and then basically just suppress as much as possible on that enemy company while your friendlies are moving in to try and save your asses before you all die.
So it's basically the squad rushes while the other squads cover him by shooting past them.
So it's a maneuver that in real life would require some skill from the individual squads. They should be able to say, okay, roll the door, two squads moving, and then they can see, okay, it's two squads there on our right side, so I'm shifting fire left, maintaining my fire.
That's it's also a pretty nice trust situation as well, where you trust the guy behind you, not shooting you in the back of the skull.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'll be right back. I'll take a piss.
I've got to go grab a drink, but I'll be on. What is the password for the server?
Pancakes.
Okay. You just use the same one across all of them?
But so this course is almost done. If you're going for mill, that's down by Upchuck.
Alright, fuck.
You want me to drag you down, bud?
Yeah, I'll just jog in there.
Would it also be a good idea to suppress the enemy with mortars while advancing to the hill? So they are
That's-
busy and can't get good fire missions on that hill where you advance.
That's actually why I put the mortar. I was hoping someone would say, "Hey, there's a mortar. Let's call in fire." But yeah, you could easily use one of these platoons that's on your west flank. They probably have eyes on that hill. You could easily ask their FO to do preparatory fires on that target. Then when you move up into the tree line, the enemy is just covering and holding. They don't want to do anything. And then as soon as you're ready, you report, okay, cease preparatory fire, opening fire with your own rifles. And then as soon as you have everyone firing at the hill, just first squad roll a door right on the face of the enemy.
Would it
Okay.
also be a good idea for the mortar to suppress the town while advancing? So the
Since this is a major effort, the mortar will most likely, as soon as you don't tell him to fire at anything, he will most likely be firing on something else.
Okay.
But yeah, if you were in direct control of the mortar, then you would immediately say, "Hey, fire on the town." But since this is a battalion exercise, you would probably be lucky to even get the mortar. That would only be because they're sending in you on a suicide mission. You might as well get some fire support. Okay. Well, that's pretty much what I had for today. I was thinking about we could go to the WAG ranges and do something I did with Jimbo once, where we did a train the trainers thing where we made up a platoon of with all the leaders and 2 ICs, and then we just pretended we had sections, and then we executed platoon maneuvers for assault. But it's getting late. If you guys don't want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah, I just need a beer.
We'll
Think
do
I'm
one
gonna-
quick, then I'm gonna go anyway. So we'll do one quick one.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah, sounds
Just-
good. What
Just starting game, taking a piss, and coming back.
What server? What server do I have before you go?
Back.
I think one server is occupied by the familiarization, so we take the other one.
Well,
Well, there's 4 of them.
Yeah, training server 2, I think, maybe.
I'm back. What's going on, guys? Are you switching servers or?
Yep, switching servers. On the training server 2.
Alright. That's part of the familiarization course, Evan.